Well, first and foremost, we determined going into this week, our game plan was that we wanted to play the most physical brand of football that we could possibly play. And offensively, that usually means running the ball. And our offensive line came out, they created some big holes, and we have a couple of outstanding running backs that don't need a lot of space, and when we gave them a little crack, they were off. So proud of how the guys showed up today. I thought it was a great way to have our seniors send them off on Merrill Field here.
Well, like I say, every time it just starts up front. We wanted to be the more physical team, and that was our game plan all week, just be more physical up front. And the game plan just looked beautiful out there. We just ran it down there throughout the whole game. Between me, Nas, Griff, and Casey, we were able to make plays, and people were blocking downfield. The receivers did really well. Chance had an awesome seal that led to one of my scores. So I attribute all of the success we had today to the O-line, the tight ends, and the receivers, because they were just blocking really well today, and it was awesome. And we dominated up front, and we dominated the game overall, and it was a great way to put everybody out, because we dominated on both sides of the ball, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, first of all, I got to give a big shout out to the offensive line. They were more physical than their defensive line, and Coach said we want to come out and be the more physical team. And me, Maleke, Griff, and Billy, we just followed them. And once we get in the open, we can make things happen, and it makes it easier for us. We're a running team, so me and Maleke, we complement each other. So if he has a long run, I'll come in, I'll take care of business. If I have a long run, he'll come in. So me and him, like, we even things out together, and just we know, like, we wanted to send our seniors off on a good note, especially the senior linemen, Bobby, Q, and Dean. They blocked good, and we just had to send them off on a good note.
Well, I think the biggest thing defensively was early on in the game, we weren't getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and when we did, he was kind of breaking out of the pocket and did a good job of eluding some of our defenders, and we started to get to him a little later on. And offensively, we kept churning away, which put more and more pressure on Hartwick's offense, and so they became even more dimensional at that point, which our defense was able to zone in on.
Well, coming into this game, we wanted to come out, get a fast start on offense and defense. I feel like we did that on both sides of the ball. Seniors-wise, we wanted to send everyone off on a good note. I felt like we went into the pit, took care of business. Hartwick's got a great offense. They got a couple great receivers. The quarterback's very good, so we had to shut down that type of game. And once we got some movement with the D-line and everyone, things started happening. Sacks came along and interceptions, which really worked out for the guys.
The biggest thing that the D-line was doing is we just had a lot of movement, just trying to get off blocks and get to the quarterback as fast as possible. Overall, as a defense, we all just played fast and did well overall. So,
yeah, I can't tell you how proud I am of this year's senior class that we have here. Great group of kids, great group of leaders, and great football players. And they've done a lot for Alfred University football over the last 4 years. And I'm really proud to be associated with that group of young men.
Go Saxons, man.